everybody, welcome to another installment of Random Parked. This is episode number 49. I am your host, Cone Dodger, joined by my co-hosts ZK and Kurt J. Mack. I have put them in non-alphabetical order just for the sake of throwing them off.
I've been thrown off.
I threw them off.
See?
I did it. Score! Bringing you professionally crafted ads for people selling cars on the internet.
I wonder what that's like.
I think that was once a thing where it was like you paid somebody to make an ad for your car, or at least it was more of a thing, like for like
the newspaper,
right?
To have them like listed in the newspaper, you had to like call the classifieds desk.
What was that?
Green sheet brings you buyers. It might be a Houston thing. Sorry.
Yeah, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a local thing.
But yeah,
it's one of those tunes that is etched into my brain and won't ever be replaced with anything useful.
That's a shame. But I feel like it used to be more like the thing of like an AutoTrader ad was somebody came and like take pictures of your car and wrote up the article for you. And I don't think that's really a thing in the private market until this new sensation sweeping the nation, like this Bring a Trailer. What is the new one?
Cars and Bids.
Cars and Bids.
No,
yeah,
no.
But
They're now Rad for Sale.
Rad for Sale.
Rad for Sale. Yeah, seems to be a revival of the like, I don't know, the more try-hardy car sales. And I don't know if I like it. I really liked it at first. Like, I thought Bring a Trailer was a pretty cool concept at first. And now I'm not a really big fan of it.
Well, Bring a Trailer used to mean bring a trailer because it's a hunk of junk. And now it's
Right.
Bring a Trailer because it's too nice to drive.
Yeah, that's a harsh transition. And now it's very much so mostly, or not mostly, but it's at least half modern stuff. Like just, I got this rare modern car, put it on Bring a Trailer. I don't know that that's, it all feels like it's kind of killed the whole point of the thing.
They are making money. Like they're starting to now, like they started their own like shipping quote part of the site.
Right, yeah.
Because that was, everybody was, how much will it cost to ship to here? Blah, 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 blah.
I guess.
They got their premium ads.
I don't look at it from the perspective of like, is it doing well? I mean, I guess I sound like a hipster right now, but I guess the fact that it's doing well is what makes it irrelevant to me. But really, that's just because I'm cheap and poor. So like, as these things catch on, it drives up the price of the cars, and it makes them not want to show things that are cheap, and therefore, it serves no purpose for me. So
I wonder what like I want to see a graph of their average sale price.
Ooh, that would be good to know. Yeah, that would be an interesting like sweep.
Mm-hmm.
Because I bet you that has tripled, easily tripled since.
What was the last thing you saw that sold for like under $7,000?
I mean, it does happen.
Yeah, but it used to be like the norm.
Right, but now it's kind of like only sold for $7,000.
What a steal!
Don't know if I want to post on. I don't know if I want to post my Corolla on Bring a Trailer now.
You still should.
I might.
I think you should.
It seems amusing. The girlfriend is very worried though. If I were to do a no reserve, like then somebody could buy it for $1, and I'm like, yes, but. I don't think anything has ever sold on there for $1.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to sell on there for $1. Might you not get as much money as you could have just selling it normal private? That's possible.
Or I could get a lot more. Like there could just be some wacky Corolla fanatics out there that get in a bidding war.
It could be. There could be a Powers out there waiting to buy a Corolla. That is possible.
If you list it, we should do like a live podcast of the last 30 minutes or something.
That would be. That would be intriguing. Unique. Yeah.
And never done before.
Yeah. Nobody.
No, never.
Nobody I can think of has done that. Recently. Wait, didn't his sell for less than $7,000? I'm talking about regular, by the way.
I think it sold for 9 something.
Oh, okay.
I think he was shooting for 10, and it just was short of it.
Yeah, that was one of those that really proved status isn't enough.
Right, yeah, especially in a site like that, there might not be as many
Yeah, that's true.
fans or
Wing-
whatever
wing-
that translate.
I'm dying.
Con's dead. Con's dead.
I don't know. I just ate, and I feel like I unate some food.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
A verp?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Boy, that was unpleasant.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna leave it in for everybody else to enjoy.
Hell no, we're not.
Oh, I'm still using my podcasting voice though.
Me too.
Podcasting voice. So other than me dying and us being very curmudgeon-y towards car sales websites, I bring this up because next episode will be our 50th time doing this. And I've had an idea rattling around in my head.
Oh no.
And I know. And I'm gonna throw the idea out there and see if people just frown at it. But my idea is to do an entire episode where we have to not use any classified ads. So no Facebook, no Craigslist, not even any AutoTrader. Like, you have to use one of these newfangled.
Oh, I
Auction-y
thought you meant
websites.
like you gotta go drive around and look at cars that have for sale
That's what I
signs
was
on the
worried
side of the
about.
road.
That
I
would
was
be
like, oh, you know when the last time I left my house was?
that would be hilarious. That would be awesome. But I could never get you two to do that. That is a fantastic idea that would never happen. But yeah, like the Bring a Trailer special, the all newfangled auction site ran when parked.
Hmm.
I
But
don't know.
not autotrader.com
I mean,
or classicautotrader.com.
yeah, I feel like even AutoTrader has become a bit that these days. Like, nobody lists normal cars on AutoTrader anymore.
That's not true.
Well, I mean, like, normal to our era. Like, nobody would list a 240 on AutoTrader.
Let me go see if there's one on there.
Oh, just-
That's not like some bizarre trade-in at a dealership anyway, I guess.
Yeah, AutoTrader is generally stuff at dealerships.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, dealership. It's a
They got bad
dealership
trade-in
listing
or
now.
whatever.
Cars.com and all those other
Yeah, they're all.
aggregation sites.
Yep, they're all just dealership listings, basically.
I will say that although they're not a sponsor of the show and they do sponsor other shows, Auto Tempest is actually how I found the Roadmaster.
Wasn't Auto Tempest just like a crawler of all of the?
Kind of, yeah. And it was they have the good click search all of Craigslist button,
But does it still?
but
do
that
the
only
thing
works
where-
if you enter in the model correctly.
Oh, really? Because for me, it always does this thing where it brings up like all the different Craigslists, and you have to click through them all individually. I wish it would put them all in one list.
Well, that's a problem with Craigslist itself.
Oh.
There is a button that's like open everything, and then your browser hangs for a couple
Mhm.
minutes while it opens like 30 tabs.
Right.
But that is how I found the Roadmaster. Also, there is 0 to 40 SXs on AutoTrader.
Score. All right, AutoTrader's in then. That's my qualification right there. Well, we'll consider it. We'll consider that as an option for next time, just to shake things up for the.
50 episodes.
Does 50 have a name? Like, it's not centennial.
Half centennial? Like, what do you call it?
That doesn't sound great. That makes it sound unimportant, which it probably is. to
Wait,
be
is
honest.
it the golden episode?
Sure, the golden episode. Well,
Isn't that your golden anniversary or
I don't
whatever?
intend to live that long, so I don't really care.
Yes, that would be the 50th.
Oh, okay. It'll be the
According to
golden.
Google.
The golden episode will have the golden ticket ads. We're great.
It's the semi-centennial.
Semi-centennial. Ooh, I don't like those words together.
That's even gross.
Yeah, I don't like that. Well, before we start talking about what we're going to do next time and trying to plan things, let's work through this episode's Ran When Parked ads, starting with a very, very grown-in 1987 Jaguar XJ, or
Jaguar.
Jaguar, with some of the best nature exhibits that I've ever seen. It's really kind of a gorgeous picture, if I do say so myself. If it was framed a little bit better, there's a certain quality to the way the grass is growing through the front bumper that I quite like. The growing doesn't stop there. The headliner is doing some growing of its own.
I was gonna say, what was that in the seat?
It's part of whatever this used to be. A sunroof, I assume. Yeah. It's gross. And there's some growing mold on the floor as well. I do believe this one says just a few years, right? This vehicle ran when it was parked years ago. Oh, just years. Not months, not days. Years. My family had the title way back, but it's since been misplaced. There's your bingo. Been sitting in the yard for a few years and would like it gone. Wouldn't we all just like things to be gone? Like,
Trying to figure out what that is that's growing. Like, it's not a grass. It's
yeah, well, it's
like a bush.
I would call it a weed.
Oh yes.
It's almost a
It
little
almost like
viney.
Jasmine, viney.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just that. I saw the thumbnail of this one and I was just like, that's really nice looking grass, or like overgrowth, I guess.
It needs some Christmas lights on it.
Yeah, that would really class it up, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The hubcaps are immaculate, though.
You're right. Well,
This isn't the one with a V12, right?
the top 2/3. No, this is a V8 model. I did a little poking around. One other thing I really liked is the steering wheel cover. Is that not like the swankiest steering wheel cover you've ever seen? It's got fake wood in it that's in better shape than the fake wood on the dash.
Is that fake wood on the dash, or is that real wood, and that's why it's so bad?
It looks like veneer that's like flaking
Well, that's
off.
how
doesn't
they
it?
all are. They're all veneer.
But
veneer
no.
is real.
If it was real wood, it would be solid wood. Veneered.
But they're all veneer.
No, there are real wood dashes. That is not true. They're not all veneered.
Most of them are veneer.
Most
and then
of them
a lot
are
of
veneered.
them are also just like printed on.
Yeah, there's 3 different tiers. There's wood, there's veneer, and then there's sticker. I think this one, you would be right, is veneer. That is vegan. But the steering wheel.
Is it vajazzle? Wait, never mind.
Whoa, you
Whoa.
can't say that.
It's a family show.
Oh, there's the picture. Yeah, that really shows the great overgrowth through the front bumper.
It just needs a wreath on the front.
I don't know. Something about it just really, really tickled me. I like the overgrowth on that one.
2 owners.
2
This
owners.
vehicle is paid off.
I hope so. I certainly hope so. Kurt.
I have today perhaps an alternate life from Cone here. El Camino project, $7,900. What dollars? Bleh. Selling a collection of El Caminos
good
that
God.
my father had collected.
You say an alternate universe? Are you sure it's not like the universe?
Is it? I didn't know if
Is
there
this just
were
a glimpse of the
Caminos
future?
Right.
in your family already. Years range from 78 to 81. Looking for someone interested in the whole collection. None of these currently run and are all projects. There are a few that ran 5 or so years ago. And yada yada, asking $7,900 for the whole lot. They don't say how many there are.
Well, let's
counted
count.
like 6. But
1. All right, 1, and there's another one in the background here. Let's see if we get a picture of that one. This must be the nicest one. This one seems to be the one they're like leading with, right?
right, it's under a tree. It's got some of that
Oh
mold.
boy!
This is some.
Oh, is that the spider?
Where?
Under my
Oh.
mouse?
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
That might be the spider.
That just gave me goosebumps. I don't like this. Oh, look at that. That's picturesque nature today. That's the theme.
Well, there's your wreath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some assembly required.
Project.
All right, here's the second one. Camino even has a set of these wheels, or had at one point. I don't know if he still has them. So
And in the background, notice it's Timmy's Jimmy.
Timmy's Jimmy. Timmy's Jimmy's always hanging out in the background.
Yeah, not included in this sale, unfortunately.
All right, this one's got buckets. Okay, buckets and a manual. All right, that one's got some value there. Okay, this one's got
That's
a topper.
3.
That's 3. This is 4.
No, I thought.
This is a different one because this one's got a topper.
Right, but is that the one with the manual?
No, hard to say. No, this is this one, right? This is this one.
Right.
This is a new one. Because this one's
correct.
got a topper. So this is 4.
Got to. Oh, okay. I lost count already.
More nature.
More nature.
A lot of nature.
Okay, this one's already counted. So this is the last gen. This is what Camino has now because it's got the quad headlights. They're actually not as rusty as like. These things rust bad, like really bad. Oh, here's another one that's in pieces. So we'll call this 5. Oh yeah,
6.
Frozen carrots.
No, it's the same one.
Is it?
Yep, same one.
Yeah, it is.
Full boxes.
Yeah,
Same
this one's had the rust
What is that
repair.
in the background right there? That panel fan?
Yeah, like a
thing?
Suburban with the panel.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. Oh, nature,
Yeah.
Kurt, nature.
I
Oh,
found all of the natures like a terrarium.
yeah, this one's fantastic. Gosh, I want a painting of this. That's
Yeah, this should be our new logo.
really, this is really good. I'm a moss enthusiast, and this is very aesthetically pleasing to me. All right, so that's another 2 here. So that's 6 and 7, 7 and 8, 6 and 7,
You've lost me already.
6 and 7.
Yeah.
I'll say another topper.
More moss.
I gotta say, oh no, this is another one here, right? No, that's the white one.
That's a road.
That's this one. It's
Okay.
just
Okay.
the other angle.
3 different toppers. This one has the topper I like because it goes with the roofline. Wow, I think that's a pretty good price for all these.
Whoa, go back one. What is that in the background? Is that just a trailer, or is that attached to that van-looking thing behind it?
No,
Okay, that's a trailer in a van thing.
this is a different thing. Like this
It
is
looks like a weird FC with a box on it. For a second.
no. This is like an old. I couldn't tell.
Yeah,
ya.
that's like a Bel Air wagon.
right. Yeah.
That was in the earlier pictures.
And this is a pony trailer. Not a horse trailer. It's not
And
long.
there's a tractor.
Yeah, I mean, these are hard to tell the rust just from pictures because the rust is usually in the floors and in around the windows and stuff like that. But a lot of these aren't that bad. Like I feel like a lot of these are easily salvageable. So
Or at least from these 7 or 8, you could at least salvage one decent
please tell
one.
me
Like
that's
the
not.
interior's pretty good.
Is that a spider again? Like everything now looks like a spider in these to me.
Heebie-jeebies.
Yes.
All you need is a vacuum cleaner. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. No, I can't look at that picture. Nope.
You can see the little like nest area where it goes into.
Yeah, I feel like this is something that it's I'm glad it's out by you. That's all I'm gonna say.
As a El Camino enthusiast, knowledge expert,
Mhm.
is $7,900 worth this lot?
Yeah, I would say so.
$1,000 a piece.
Yeah, I think they're starting. I think the swing is just starting to happen on these. This generation of El Camino was kind of not very valuable for a long time, And I think it's just now hit that sweet spot of 80s things have become cool, and El Caminos have kind of lost the... There's another one there that I didn't count before, the black one. They've lost a bit of the... They were kind of a joke, I feel like, in the 90s. Like, I mean, the fact that... What was that show? My Name is Earl, right?
Yes.
Used that car as basically a representation of Earl. Kind of really solidified what people thought of El Caminos. But yeah, I feel like that's starting to drop now, and I think the market's going up on these. That's my big claim.
Do you think this 80s-ish basic front square fascia is starting to like come up again? Like,
it is.
It was the most boring front end on any car ever.
It's so weird how I remember, just me as like the same person, I used to look at this front end and just think, what were they thinking? Why would they ever design a front end like that? It's so boring. It's and like I hated everything that had a front end like this. And now I look at it and I'm like, man, you remember those? Gosh, those are so cool. It's really strange how that happens. I used to think the same thing with Fox body Mustangs. Like, why would anybody want a Fox body?
Like, especially the like sealed beam ones.
Mm-hmm. It's very strange. Humans are weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting assortment. Like, if you could actually logistically get all of them for that price, right. I think you have...
Yeah, it's like how many trips would that take with you?
Right, and I mean, it's going to take some work to get things like this out of there. And then a lot of these are probably going to need to be parted out, but...
Oh, there's an extra floor pan right there on the right-hand side.
Right, yeah.
You think you get a discount if you, like, hire one of those full, like, 8-9 car, like...
Right.
I mean,
could you imagine them trying to drag stuff like this up onto one of those, though?
Oh, God.
It would not be fun.
Yeah, half of them don't have wheels anymore.
Right, yeah. Not enjoyable. I really like the graphics on this. I very rarely see graphics like that on these. This one's pretty rusty. Yeah, I'll be curious to hear what Camino has to say about this.
He's like, give me that black one.
Yeah,
he's making some phone calls.
Yep. Well found. That's a Ranwin fleet right there. ZK, let's see some nature.
So continuing the nature, what is more natural than children and ice cream in summer?
Whoa. I actually have something to dispute about that. The rabbit. You should have led with the rabbit.
Rabbit. I was thinking, like, what's more natural than rabbits? No.
A 1995 Chevrolet G20 van, but an ice cream truck van.
Right.
Thing.
But like, it's not the good kind of ice cream truck.
Truck ran fine when parked.
Oh, it's a ran when parked ice cream truck.
Battery to start.
Yeah, this gives me almost as bad of vibes as the spider did in El Camino. Same.
So I want to play a game with you and the audience here.
I don't like this lead-in.
What ice cream flavor bar thing on the side here do you recognize and was your favorite?
And do we have a better picture?
Image we have.
Unfortunately, not. I think we got one of the other ones because they did have like an ice cream truck business.
Yeah.
The Sonic popsicle was always hilarious
because they look awful.
Yes.
Yeah, personally,
my favorite was always the Choco Taco.
Yeah, I've never tried a Choco Taco, and I feel like I should.
You should. They're pretty good.
I also very rarely got things from the ice cream truck because I was terrified of them.
Why? You don't understand the whole caution children? You should be scared of this van.
Yeah.
Or should we be scared of the children? I'm not sure what it's really.
I don't know why. I can understand why. I was a complete mess of a child. But yeah, something about the way they played music, like the sound of the music over the loudspeaker, was creepy. Something about just a stranger driving around selling ice cream and like, well, strangers in general, just talking to people in general. I did not like ice cream trucks. And I still to this day get like bad vibes when I hear one in the background. So
When
none.
you hear when your ears hang low playing in the distance.
Did you ever
Hides under
have
the
one,
bed.
one that had like, I forget what the song was, but like before it repeated, it went, "Hello."
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. People in the comments, please comment if you remember that or you had that one, because I'm hoping it's not just me and ZK and we didn't just grow up in the same dystopian life.
But look, we
But
got
once-
Tweety Bird, we got
Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
we didn't have no minions.
I got like the Ninja Turtle, and like the eyeballs were like the really hard, unusable
Right.
gumballs.
The only thing I ever wanted was a drumstick or an actual like snow cone, like the ones that were just like ice.
Colored ice.
Yeah, colored ice, basically. Sugar ice with sugar on it. Those are the only things I really ever wanted.
I remember that ours also sold like we called them poppers. I don't know what their actual name was, but they're
Meth.
like the little paper gunpowder things.
Oh, like snaps?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
a
you would
weird
throw
thing
those,
to sell
and
out
they
of an
would
ice cream
make a
truck.
pop.
That's
So we would take those and like disassemble them and put them in like one layer or one ply of toilet paper. And you could get like 10 or 15 in there and they would leave a mark.
what?
So alongside your ice cream, they'd sell tiny bags of gunpowder.
Yes.
Huh.
Only in Texas.
I did kind of grow up in a rough part of town that might have had something to do with it.
Here, kids, you're gonna need these.
I wouldn't say I grew up in a rough part of town, but a very redneck part of town. And I think part of the thing that like made me like, I grew up on a dirt road, many miles of dirt road, not just like a dirt driveway or whatever. And the people that would come out that way with an ice cream truck were not driving nice ice cream trucks. They were scary looking. Huh.
I wish we had a shot of this front end because I swear that it's missing like headlights and grills and stuff, and it just has like some terrifying face to it.
In my mind, it does. So that's enough.
Also, I just realized this is not a lifted roof version.
No, it's just it's just like this would be awful for everything.
The ice cream man crawling on his hands and knees. What do you want, kids?
Kurt,
I'm gonna have some nightmares tonight.
not a big fan
want
of
one
you
of
right
these
now.
Ninja Turtles?
We weren't allowed to watch Ninja Turtles growing up.
Heard you like Sonic.
Oh boy.
Have some poppers. Pow.
All right, well, now that I'm traumatized, thanks. Let's move on to I'd make that mistake. Ice cream trucks. This week, for me, I think I've already had a Sunny on the show, but I am becoming even more interested in these, and it's dangerous because they're starting, I don't know why, but they seem to be starting to get more common here. Like more of them got brought over or something, because all of a sudden I'm seeing them for sale all over the place, and that's not good because I think I might like them more than brats. I know.
That's a lot of money, though.
That is a lot. I was about to say that's a
They're not cheap.
right-hand drive too.
Yeah, they're right-hand drive. Like, we didn't get Sunnies. But there's, I don't know, I don't even know if that's the right price for this one, to be honest. But yeah, I'm starting to see a lot more of them. And this one is in very nice shape, like kind of lightly modified. But they just have a really cool look to them that I don't
Wait.
think I've seen anything else.
Are they actually unibodies, or is
Yeah,
that just
Sunnies
Oh,
are
I didn't realize that.
full unibody. It's more of a car than it is a truck, like a 610 or 620. They're very small.
Yeah, and they're smaller than your average mini truck.
Oh, they're tiny. Yeah, like you're gonna be super cramped in this. That's the pictures. It's really hard to judge, but I would say this is an extremely not Kurt vehicle.
Okay. Are we talking like Chevy Love sized?
We're talking much smaller than a Chevy Love.
Smaller. Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm probably the extreme of the height of somebody that could drive this.
I feel like it's like the next half category above like a K truck.
Yeah, absolutely. This one has factory AC in it, which is cool.
Yeah,
It's pretty
yeah, it's probably pretty cold.
Yeah.
On the passenger.
On the passenger. So yeah, I had this one just kind of like sitting around, and then Camino sends me this recently for $5,200, which is much more dangerous. But as I kept looking at it, I realized something wasn't quite right about it. And do you notice what's not right about it?
It looks like the middle's taken out or something, like the roof and rear quarter window area looks strange.
Right.
I feel like it's a 510 that's been converted into a
I can't honestly answer that yet because
Yet.
I'm still trying to figure it out. But this is the back of it.
That's a custom job.
Yeah.
So I think it actually is a Sunny, but someone's done some weird stuff to it, including putting the hatch of a SUV on the back of it, which is
Well, it's probably more like a Civic hatch, but
well, yeah. But it's like bizarrely well done. To the point of, is that factory?
if it wasn't for the tread plate,
Yeah, the tread plate ruins it. Like that makes it look like a heck
tread
job.
plate and diamond plate. It's the worst.
Look at those nice S14 seats.
Got the AC unit.
That one's got no vents in it, does it?
That's a weird. That's not a Sunny. Look at that rear end.
What do you mean?
So, I mean, I think it's like a one of the like coupes or sedans that somebody like converted.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Like the 510 wagon that they turned into a truck. That's what it feels like.
But the front looks like a Sunny. They put awful LED headlights in it, but that's a Sunny front end, right?
Is it though? That's a weird
Let's
smile.
Let's go back. Let's go back. So that one's got the.
I mean, it's got the bumpers. I guess we wouldn't know.
So that one's got. It's like a trapezoid, right? Yeah. And this one has a trapezoid. Like it's
but
the
look
same.
At the body line on the side of the truck.
Okay, body line.
I guess that.
Body line. It's a Sunny.
No, but look, like it continues the entire way, right?
Continues
And
the whole
this,
way.
like disappears above the. No, one of the pictures it looked like it disappeared above the fender, but I guess it doesn't.
I think it's just faded, is why it looked that way. Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer what the deal is with this thing. If it was imported like this, probably.
Yeah, probably. You should ask him for a picture of like the VIN plate or something.
Right. But I mean, for $5,200, that's getting much more reasonable, but I don't like it as much as an original one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, super, super interesting. I don't know that I hate it, to be honest. Like, I feel like with some, like, demodification a little bit and trying to get rid of whatever they've done to the bed here.
I think if you just put like some rhino liner on it, it would help.
Probably. It would be cool. I also would definitely lower one of these. Like, it needs to be lower, right? I'm not even going to ask ZK. I know what his answer is. Original chrome bumper. Seeing if, like, cab. Yeah, that's what the cab appears to have been modified. That's what led me to believe that either it was imported like this or they bought this secondhand. I don't know.
So the only thing that, like, in general, that's like It's a red flag, and this is just for any ad. Clean Florida title.
I mean, it's in Florida.
Yes, but you should never trust a vehicle in Florida.
Wow. All of my vehicles.
Especially any sort of Datsun pickup.
Right. I mean, the Datsun came from freaking North Carolina. That's where you can't trust anything.
Also, what? Yeah, the rear license plate is like inset into the.
Oh yeah, it's
tailgate,
definitely
too.
all been modified there. Weird.
Weird.
It's weird, and I like it. Speaking of weird, and I like it. Kurt.
What did I pick this time? A 1974 Dodge Dart Swinger. For the steal of $2,500. I mainly liked this ad just because it's in an indoor parking garage.
Right.
And like that's just where I can imagine this car. Like in, some sort of 70s cop chase movie or something.
Or I don't know why, but this just like it looks like a scene out of Seinfeld.
Right, yeah, that. Or yeah, I don't know. What car did Kramer have?
Right.
But this apparently has been their daily driver the past few years. It's got the 225 slant 6.
Does it slant though?
Oh, it's slant. No major issues. Few rust spots. Chrome trim missing. Crack in the windshield. Etc. Etc.
The norm.
The norm. $2,500.
$2,500. Like it's the wrong year Dart, but it's also completely unmodified.
That is a coupe.
It's also a swinger.
Yeah. For just $2,500, you could be a swinger.
Look at that.
Maybe
rear
if we
windshield.
get like 100,000 views on this, I'll tell my swinger story.
All right. Well, that one's staying private then.
If it also doesn't involve another cougar.
Yeah, this is one of those cars that for the longest time it was like, ha, gross,
Right.
and now it's like, huh, that's kind of neat.
Huh, gross.
No, it's not gross. It's just it was so beige for the time. Like there was absolutely nothing interesting about this car. But now, all this time later, it's more interesting just due to the fact that it's alive and the fact that none of the other ones are. For $2,500, it's a good, quirky car, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be slow.
I wonder what the swinger edition was other than just the badging.
I mean, is it not worth that badge? Did you see it? Come on.
It's got a little sunflower on it or whatever that is.
Does it come with a matching stapler or something?
A stapler?
Now, that would be funny if that was the actual...
Oh, that's swing line.
Source.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Ah.
It looks like the same font.
I can't actually see any of us actually making this mistake, but there's somebody adjacent to us that I feel like would. Any guesses?
Like a less cubes?
I was thinking cubes. I was also thinking Ant. Mr. Home for Summer.
I don't know that I'm fully aware of his American car tastes.
I don't know that it's American car taste, but he has a dream of coming over here, buying something Americana that runs, and just like road tripping it, and then at the end of the trip selling it off and flying back. And I feel like this is close to being something you could do that with. I don't know how reliable it would be, but it also seems pretty dead simple.
Mm-hmm.
So if it runs, it's probably going to keep running.
According to DodgeDartSwinger.com,
Not .net. Don't go to .net.
No, easy now.
apparently this swinger, it basically just means it's like a trim level, but it's just the two-door coupe.
Ah.
And it's supposed to be like, I wouldn't say a cheap version, but an affordable version. It's a little unclear just skimming through this in 15 seconds.
You would think that the Swinger would be the sedan. Just, just thinking
Yeah.
about it.
Maybe the wagon.
Right.
But yeah, apparently the whole marketing is that it was like affordable.
Affordable. Yeah.
And you could get it up to like the V8 and stuff.
When affordable is the keynote of it, that means that it's probably not a very notable model. And now it's $2,500.
Now, yeah.
If you're seriously interested, please email me. Yeah, I'm curious. I want to hear, even though YouTube blocked him from commenting on anything. I'm curious if this is something he would be willing to actually drive across country or not. It would be an adventure.
You definitely spend more on gas.
It's got the economic inline six. It had the big V8. It's only 225 cubic inches.
Slant 6. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if it gets 20 miles per gallon on a good day, it's still somewhat affordable to drive for $2,500. It's not any worse than a modern SUV. That's not a hybrid. ZK.
We have a 1960 Nash Metropolitan.
I think that says AMC.
I know it says AMC, but the whole era was a little weird. I'm not actually certain if AMC owned Nash at the time or not.
To be fair, everything about these is weird.
Yes, they are the original American microcar kind of thing.
Is that why it's
like
called AMC? American
Original
microcar.
But yeah, they're like a K car from the US in the 50s and 60s. Well, basically the 50s.
Imagine if that had stayed a thing.
Yeah. Like they got like over 30 miles to the gallon in the 60s.
Imagine driving this in the 60s with all the 60s and 50s vehicles around. That would have been scary as hell.
But this is a 1960, which is a Series 4, which was the one to have, in my opinion.
Oh. The one to
But
have.
it has my favorite feature of any car of the like wheel spats that cover the wheels, but also on the front.
Right. What other vehicle has front covered wheels? Very nice tin floors.
Yeah, they're a little rough, but overall the car is pretty complete. And like as I said, it was a Series 4, which means it actually had a trunk.
Big selling feature there.
Yes, woo, big upgrade.
We'll get to the picture here in a second, but you'll see right here. Earlier models didn't have this little hatch.
What was back
The
there?
space still. No, I mean, it was exactly the same. The only way to get to it was behind the seat, though.
That's amazing.
Also, they had a bunch of convertibles and stuff, but this is a hardtop model, which, again, I think is the one to have. It's got a little MG 1.5 liter.
Yeah, I was curious what engine they had.
I think I saw something that said it made 55 horsepower new.
That's like this. The MG 1.5 has never looked bigger than it does in this picture. I need, yeah, okay, this is helping. I need a picture of it next to something, though, you know? Like, I need a picture of it next to a cappuccino. Because next to this Ram, it doesn't look that small. But I think it's because
it's way in front of it.
Right.
It's probably not really any bigger than a cappuccino.
Taller, though.
Taller, yes.
Taller. Yeah. That would be an adorable driveway to have a cappuccino and this.
That's what I'm saying. And as far as these go, like this one's, let's call it a little rough, but it's complete.
Let's call it restorable.
Yeah.
Easily
Most
restorable.
of these are either like 100% restore and are like $20,000 for some reason.
Yeah.
Or are literal rust buckets. This one looks like it actually runs. Like, they don't mention anything other than it's a Proyecto or something like that.
Yes, it was a project.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
It's Proyecto.
okay. Good to know. Good to know. Wait, it's a column shift, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think depending on the year is like a 3 or 4 speed.
I would greatly enjoy restoring something like this. Not to like ramp truck style restore it. Like just nice enough to make it driving again. And like just a general like easy paint job, nothing crazy.
And this would be the one to do it on.
But what in the world would you do with it?
I have no idea. And really, this kind of like in my current collection of cars, this would have to replace the Corvair because that's sort of the same.
I was gonna say the Saab.
I mean, it would technically take up less space than the Saab did, so it's an overall win.
I think, and I'm surprised that I'm saying this.
Oh, also look at the dent side in the back.
I did see the dent side in the background. I think the Corvair is cooler than this.
Yeah, but this is much cuter.
It is much cuter. Yeah, cute matters.
And I'm a fan of the small cute things.
Well, there you go. How much was it?
35?
34?
3,400.
Eh.
Which again, like I said, as
eh.
far as what appears to be like a who knows?
Or
As
you
far
can get a
as, like-
swinger.
Right. I feel like I would rather the Swinger, to be honest. Maybe that's just me. This is your mistake, not mine. And you're the one with the open garage spot.
It's technically pre-filled, but we'll get to that at some other day.
Can you turn a Metropolitan into a lathe?
55 horsepower.
Probably do it. Enough gear reduction. All right, it is time for Mildly Interesting, which is the segment where we often bring up cars that we don't know very much about. And we did get a comment last time about, like, if it's annoying or not that we don't know things about cars. But I would like to say that one of my favorite parts of doing the show is presenting things that I don't know anything about and then learning through the community. For me, it's way more fun to like show something as like, look at this thing, and then hear from people about it than it is to go to Wikipedia and just like rummage through the facts of it. Because I don't know, it just feels that's the part of the hobby that I enjoy. Like all the knowledge that I have about the random cars that I bring up, that's all just stuff that's accidentally found its way into my brain over the years. It's not like I went and like tried to remember everything or look it up and become a book of knowledge on what dashboards came in which S13.
It's the whole if you want to know something, post something wrong on the internet.
Yeah, kinda. That's part of the effect. This right here, though, is one that I bet you not very many people are going to be able to give me any information about.
I have never heard of this.
This is a 1990 Sterling 827 SL. And it is a manufacturer that sold cars in the United States for, I believe, 3 years. And this is just knowledge that I remember from way back in the day. Fact check me all you want and tell me how wrong I am. I believe that this is a Rover with a Honda engine in it that they sold over here for 3 years or so. And I don't think I have ever seen one or seen one for sale. I just remember it being on a list of like weird rare cars. And here's one right here in South Carolina at a dealership, quote unquote, that they've had for like 20 years. And there's proof of this dealership, quote unquote. Like, do you see the plate on the back? Like
Is it Dill
Dill
or
used
Bill?
cars.
Dill's used cars? That this plate looks like it's been on there for many, many years?
Well, I was about to say, it seems like the first few pictures were taken and then 10 years passed, and now these pictures are what we are seeing.
Right.
Because I feel like there's an additional layer of crud that the car has obtained.
It's still at Dill's used cars. That's where it still is. There's your Honda V6 up front.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
yeah.
That interior is a lot more busy than the exterior would have you believe.
It really is, yes. I'm hoping that
Are there?
right. I'm hoping some of the like British viewers might know something about them, because if it's a Rover, like it's probably something that was common-ish over there, but then it ended up with a Honda V6 and over here for a few years.
And it looks like a Mitsubishi body almost.
Kind of. I was thinking it almost looks like a...
Is that
like-
a second one behind it? What is that? The black car.
No, that's like a Thunderbird, isn't it? Or something like that? Like a Lincoln? Which is kind of what this looks like to me. It looks like a 90s or late 80s Ford or a Pontiac even. But nope, it's a Sterling. If you want a one of one, here you go. But the shame of it is quite possibly one of the most boring vehicles I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, it's got no personality.
Yeah, it's got nothing. Now maybe just like we didn't like the front of the El Camino, maybe in 10 years we're going to be like, man, you remember the front end on that Sterling?
It kind of has some of those like early 90s, late 2000, or like the Prelude front end.
I mean, it's just a... It's a melting pot of all of the boring early 90s design, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have
I
any
mean-
questions, they'll be glad to answer you.
Yes. Not that I'm looking at the Wikipedia page, but there's also a hatchback, which is really a thing. I mean, it just seems like somebody used the deform tool in automation and stretched the rear glass all the
Oh,
way
it's-
to the rear.
It's a hatch four-door,
Yes.
not a coupe. Oh, okay.
No.
Was I right that they were only like a few years in existence?
Just 87 to 91.
So weird. And that is a Honda V6,
The
right?
build quality was demonstrably poor as measured by JD Power.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
Well, the VIN starts with what, SAX or something, which is not something I've ever seen before. So, yeah, I guess it's for Sterling, but like that's a really weird prefix.
It's really weird. It's just not weird in the good ways. I think this was one of the most mildly interesting things I've ever found. Interesting.
It's almost too interesting, but the car itself is so boring.
Exactly. Like the story, the car company is interesting. The car they produced is absolutely not. Really, really weird. And
Already forgotten about it.
gosh, remember that company? What was it? Sterling?
Well, speaking of mildly interesting Datsuns, I have a 1976 Datsun F10
Okay.
for $4,900. The Datsun F10 is a rare little gem, 1.4 liter four-cylinder, 4-speed, runs and drives, reliable and dependable. I would assume until you need to find a single part.
Right.
True classic. A good investment.
Oh boy.
Easy and fun to repair. Must see. I've never seen any of these ever in my life. And it's an interesting shape.
I was gonna say I wish I hadn't.
Uh-oh.
No,
I mean, honestly, it looks like the truck, but it's a hatchback.
not in a good way. I wish I hadn't.
I see.
Oh man, what were they thinking with these hubcaps too? That like stuck onto the outside of the wheels. What were they thinking? It's not good.
No.
Oh, it's not good.
It seems very Honda.
Right.
You're chasing that look.
The back, the actual back. Like, if this picture ended here, I would be not horribly upset by it. Everything else, I'm horribly upset by. Yeah, I've never seen one of these before.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go back to having seen
To
one
have
of
never
these
seen them?
before? That's a nice shape. Oh, that does not look like a pleasure to work on at all.
No, and apparently they're front-wheel drive.
Is that a fan?
It's cold air intake.
Is what? But
I didn't notice that before.
it's
Wait,
a
what are
fan
you looking
blowing.
at?
It's a fan right here blowing on the
Oh, whoa.
carburetor. You think
What?
it's like to keep it from vapor locking?
Does the radiator even have a fan?
No,
Not enough room.
but
What?
what? Well, you did it, Kurt. You found the mildly interesting thing about it. That's a fan,
Yeah, that's just like a desktop fan.
right? Weird. Huh. Weird.
There's a muscle car. I can't remember what it is that this reminds me of, the general shape of it.
I mean, that was the thing of the Japanese manufacturers in the
Yeah.
day. Like, they were just trying to mimic. But yeah, it almost has a Dodge-ish front end with the big...
Yeah, it's got like a Dodge front end, but like the general like hatch, like it's not a Gremlin, but because it's too long for that. But
Mhm.
huh.
Huh.
Well, the fan's cool.
Yeah, the fan is mildly interesting. What's that all about?
I want to hear more about this fan. $4,900. I don't think so.
You sure?
Someone out there.
How much would it go for a Bring a Trailer?
Bring a trailer? 15. Easy. ZK.
A 91 Toyota MR2 coupe. What they were all coupes, but anyway, this is mildly interesting, not because of necessarily what it is, but if you see the line, the car was a hardtop and now is T-tops.
You're kidding me.
And that's mildly interesting that they went through so much effort.
Oh my god.
Also, I would like to point out that this car has, on average, 6 spokes per wheel.
Oh no, ZK. Why would they do this? No. Ugh.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff here. Like, I think this was the original car here,
Right.
and they basically found the shell and swapped everything over.
I mean, they say it's originally a hardtop. The car was a hardtop. Now it's T-tops. That leads me
But
to...
now it's a new car.
I feel like what they were implying is that they cut the roof and put T-tops in. Now what I'm starting to pick up on is they VIN swapped a T-top car that didn't have a title and made it, yeah, the hard
Spent
top, quote
a
unquote.
lot of work on something that is relatively mediocre. I mean, we do like MR2s, especially the second gen.
Right.
But
That's, yeah.
they're not, I wouldn't say they're anything special per
Get
se.
out. How dare you? How dare you? I mean, it's a non-turbo.
This is a lot of effort. This is
Yeah.
a lot of effort for a non-turbo.
It is. But I guess if you were in the
To paint it
situation...
orange, that was originally purple or something.
If you were in the situation where whatever happened to the shell was trash, and you had another shell that was good, and you merged two cars into one, that's fine. That's okay. Doing a VIN swap on them to do it that way, not great.
No.
Not great at all.
Also, this is one of the pictures of snow in Texas.
Oh yeah, look at that. Snow in Texas. They got a snowplow ready to go.
They might be further up north. They might be used to it.
Huh.
Yeah, and
I'm less upset. I was very upset if they actually cut the roof
That's what I thought it was at
of
first,
a
to be
hardtop.
honest.
Oh, that would be mildly infuriating. Huh.
But it always, like, I don't know. Would you say this end product was worth it?
If it was something they wanted, yes, but now it makes me wonder, were they trying to make money? Like $6,800 is good money for an NAMR2.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know if they were doing it with good intentions. Like,
But then they wouldn't have, like, disclosed anything.
maybe. But they did try to hide the fact. Like, they did try to say that it was they just made it into a T-top. Like, I want that. I want to build a 200SX, and I want, if it was one that I had to, like, merge multiple cars together into one, I would be fine with that. And I know that in the end, it won't be worth it. Like, nobody wants a 200SX, and the amount of money it's going to take to make that car will be triple, if not more, what the car's value will be. But it would be worth it to me. But I don't know if this is that case.
Well, you should shut them an offer.
Shut him an offer.
Shut him an offer. $6,800. God, it just twists the knife in me that I sold mine for $2,600, and it was 10 times as nice as this one. Hate it. I hate it. All right. Well, now that I've had ice cream truck memories and MR2 memories brought up to me.
Sorry, I'm just, like, traumatizing you all day long.
Blood pressure is off the charts.
Yeah, no kidding. This will probably also raise my blood pressure. The best ads of the week. Wait a minute. I don't
Yeah, I
have
was
one.
gonna say yours looks a little empty.
I don't have one. Oh no. Oh jeez.
Oh no.
Well, let's look at last week's before we try to figure out where mine is for this week. Last week we had the uncompetable GeoTracker tracker. ZK's sob story in my incredibly mundane, snarky Ranwin Park entry.
Oh my god. I just got sob story.
That's been a thing for years.
Listen, I've had a lot of changes going on in the last 3 years. Continue, please.
Kurt, you win. 104 votes. 66 votes for ZK. And I got
People only care about memes. They don't care about when memes die.
I think if you had an ad, you might have won. But because you didn't have an ad,
I just told someone to buy my car.
The voting audience adheres to a very specific set of
Right.
rules and regulations.
right? Unless it's actually a car about Ranwin Parked on Ranwin Parked, in which case it does not matter. No, the Geo Tracker with tracks that's clear winner. All right, well,
I know the clear loser this week.
give me a moment here. Hey, look, my ad's here now. Magic. So my best of this week is probably one of the biggest bamboozles I've had looking for ads in a while. As I was scrolling through and saw this, and the description was 1956 Ford Yamaha G1, and noticed a Ford looking bed, and I was like, how could this be? How does a Ford become a Yamaha? And the answer is Apparently Yamaha makes golf carts. And this is not a full-size Ford pickup, as I really, really thought when I first saw this picture. I was fully convinced that this was a actual Ford pickup just from this angle. But no. It is, in fact, a Ford pickup Yamaha golf cart. Yeah. I guess nice job-ish. Good execution on a theme.
A little bit. I'm seeing some not parallel lines here and there, but
Hey, it's fiberglass, right? I know we've had a lot of golf carts, but the bamboozle and the skulls really sold this one on me.
Is that a Ford logo license, do you think?
I 190% guarantee you it is not. I do wonder if these bodies are because I see enough of these fiberglass replica golf carts now. I do wonder if they have to license that stuff before they can repop them or not. Probably not. It's too small. But I guess you still do if you do a model car, right? If you do a model car, you have to license it.
I have no idea how that works.
Not a clue. But boy, this seems like a place too, with all the golf carts.
Yeah.
Seems like a place.
Is this Florida?
Yeah, it seems like a place where Justin may have lived at some point in his life. And he probably saw this driving along. He probably wasn't as bamboozled as I was.
Is there no glass in the alleged windshield?
No, there's not.
It doesn't look like it.
Nah. But they did name it Ginger.
Maybe that's just where Ginger sits on the passenger side.
You got it. You got it. Just like it got me. Kurt.
You know what got me? A 1986 Yugo.
I retire.
Two-ended. You know how it gets you. You don't know whether it's coming or it's going.
I retire. Kurt can't be beat.
Two for one. $1,250.
So does it come with one title or two?
I don't know. There was no description, unfortunately, and only these two pictures. That's the most disappointing thing of all.
Oh, that one's got taillights, so I guess this is the back?
We don't know what the other one has.
Dang it.
How would you know?
How would you
It's
know?
Bamboozled
Rover's
again.
Yugo.
2 rear ends.
I gotta say, the middle window,
Right, yeah, why did you bother?
and the symmetry is just mind-blowing. They've really excelled at the job of merging two vehicles together. It's entirely too seamless. Oh boy. I hate it. The problem is, I just noticed the roof though. My seamless thing is starting to unfold a little bit there. Do you see this hexagonal flat piece of steel that is the roof?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like weird culture is very big there. People like to do things just for the sake of being weird. You've got the advantage there, Kurt.
Yes, probably. I mean, yes. There's some weirdness.
There's some weirdness, and maybe, advanced nature techniques towards inspiring you to do weird things.
It's sweeping the nation, though.
It is. My double-ended Yugo will be here in no time.
Yes, you're next.
I feel like we don't even need to really look at that one much more because we just know. ZK, good luck.
2008 Volkswagen Patina.
I hate it.
That's not even patina.
It's just sanded down.
You don't let it sit out for a couple of months.
Well, it's not going to do anything because it's freaking plastic.
It's not ripe yet.
So it's a new Beetle with patina? Was going for the
I like the sentence.
rusty patina look with this Volkswagen.
I was going for. I would say you failed,
He
sir.
failed. And then I
added
remembered.
the all-terrain tires to give it a touch of the Baja look. Like Again, snow in Texas.
Wait, it's 2.5 with the 5-speed manual? Does that mean it's the 5-cylinder? No, we didn't get the 5-cylinder, right? I hope not.
Right?
Right?
Do you have to buy this now?
I hope not.
Patina.
Gosh, that's
I
awful.
feel bad even saying that, just because that's not even.
But it's got some rust because they sanded through all of the paint.
Yeah, but the plastic's not gonna rust.
They also put, like they said, all-terrain grapplers on it for some reason.
Ooh, detail shot.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You know, I've never really
And
seen
other
it.
than that, it's just like a basic Beetle.
Right.
Honestly, it seemed nice.
Right, yeah, it seemed like it was once a nice Beetle. And now it's this.
You think they like scuffed the bumper and you were like, you know, what if we just sanded the whole thing?
They got their Harbor Freight grinder out. They got some natural inspiration.
Sweeping the nation.
Yes, it is.
Could have continued to the interior, you know.
Right, that's all metal there.
Boy.
Like this is the grocery getter that the girlfriend would want to use, but not
Right.
like paint it like a bumblebee or a nectarine or something.
You know that you mentioned the metal on the inside of the door, and honestly, that's something that I miss with cars. It's weird,
I don't.
but in most
know if
modern
I
cars,
miss
you
it.
don't see any metal on the inside. It's all like the
Right.
door card all the way to the top, and there's no actual like body color paint inside the car.
Well, here on this one, you could have the only body color paint on the car inside with you. I hate it. I hate it. Is this a first gen New Beetle or is this a second gen New Beetle? It's a first gen. I haven't looked inside a Gooj yet, so I'm kind of like, I have no idea what it looks like inside, so I'm just kind of poking around right now. They have attack. Huh. Interesting.
Are these not the ones with the little
Yeah,
flower
I was
holders?
looking for the vase. I don't see it. Vase.
Isn't it right there, like above the wiper stalk? That
This?
little hole?
Yeah. Probably.
It's missing the vase.
Oh no.
And so he said, let's just scrape the paint off. It's ruined.
All right. Well, the Bamboozle Ford pickup golf cart, the two-ended Yugo, one-ended Yugo,
Cone.
right?
Cone. The 2.5 liter.
It's the 5-cylinder, isn't it?
5-cylinder.
Gosh damn it! Why? I don't want to care about this vehicle. And ZK's 5-cylinder patina bug are your choices for the best find of the week. Please vote with vigor for the two-ended one. There you go. Oh boy. I mean, unbelievable, Kurt. You have to have the most victories at this point. I don't think we've ever tallied it up, but you must.
We should. It's like counting up
Quickie.
how much you spent on your car. You just don't.
Just don't do it. Yeah. Just, you don't want to know. Oh boy. Well, thank you all for watching what is going to be the most edited episode of Ranwin Parked we've had in quite some time. I hope the increased quality with me fine-tooth combing through this episode suits you well. Thanks always. Thanks. Oh my gosh, I'm just ruined. I can't. I just can't. Somebody close this out.
Patina.